Oh, okay, guys. Welcome back to another video. UFC 236 just ended. Okay. As you guys know, if you follow the UFC, Kelvin Gastelum and Max Holloway, both the guys, both my favorite fighters, lost their title fight, their interim championship fight against two game opponents, Israel Adesanya and Dustin Poirier. I'm sorry, my voice is a little hoarse. I was screaming both fights the whole time, and I was going crazy. My initial reaction is, first of all, the love for both these guys have not diminished at all. I love Kelvin still. I love KG and I love Max, and I love him. I love him even more. Excuse me. Oh my gosh! After a fight like this, where they literally put everything on the line and they showed their heart, and I was so happy to watch this. This is one of the best cards, back-to-back co-main event, main event slots that I've ever seen in my life. Oh my goodness. I'm losing my voice. So, my initial reaction, I'm going to start off with the Kelvin Gastelum Israel Adesanya fight. So, as you guys know, KG is my second favorite fighter. My third favorite is Darren Till. So, you could just tell how my month is just going right now. This month and last month is just going great. Kelvin, first of all, comes in as an underdog. And if you guys saw, I did pick Adesanya to win by decision. So, obviously, I didn't want Adesanya to win. I like Adesanya. I'm not nothing against him. Just I love Kelvin even more. Kelvin's my boy. KG's my boy. KG starts off really well, very well in the first. Drops Adesanya, loses the second round, debatable. And then loses the third round, and then I don't remember, guys. It was such a long fight. And then I remember he hurt Israel in the fourth round, and then in the fifth round, he was doing pretty well cardio-wise until he went in for a shot, and he popped up, and he was very tired, and he was hurt. Adesanya was able to just pick him apart, drop him, and that was it. You know, the fight coming into the fifth round was 2-2, so Israel was up 10-8 after that round, and he ended up winning the championship, which I kind of saw Adesanya versus Whitaker a little bit more than I saw the Gastelum Whitaker rematch. Well, not the rematch, but the I didn't see them matching that fight up again. I think, and I feel bad for Gastelum because, like I said before, if you saw my other videos, Gastelum already had a shot at the title against Whitaker until Whitaker had to pull out, which wasn't Gastelum's fault. And Gastelum lost the title shot, and he had to fight Israel instead. And I just feel bad for Kelvin, and it's gonna suck because I know Kelvin's gonna have a heck of a time trying to just get back to this position he was already at, especially in how stacked that division is. He's got like 5 or 6 people ahead of him. He's got Yoel, Luke, but Luke's not in that division anymore. Jacare is ahead of him, and he's fighting Jack Hermanson. It's Jack Hermanson. I probably butchered that name. It's Hermanson. I forgot his first name. I remember he beat David Branch. He's got a few guys. Weidman. Is Weidman ahead of him? I don't even know, guys. I should probably look at the rankings instead of just create bull crap on screen. I'm just so tired, and I'm losing my voice. Let's just look at the rankings real quick. And while I'm looking at the rankings, I'll talk to you guys. Yeah, it was a great performance by KG. I thought KG fought well. The problem was that 9.5 reach advantage or 8.5, whatever Israel had over Kelvin was the huge thing. Because Israel, I showed you guys in the video, that little switching stances that he does worked perfectly against Kelvin. Because Kelvin likes to bounce around and then try and land that left hand. He just couldn't because Israel's distance management was so good. And even though he was landing a little bit, the left hand a little bit, it was just so hard for Kelvin to reach him most of the time. And when it did land, it hurt Israel. But a lot of times when Kelvin would miss, he would overswing, and it would just put him in bad positions, and that's how he got hurt a lot of time. He would throw the left, get out of position, and Israel would counter back with the right, and all of a sudden he's either hurt or he's getting tagged. It was just not a good position. Yeah, so he's only got Jacare, Rockhold, Romero. One of those guys isn't even going to fight in that division, and maybe even Romero. Is Romero going to light heavyweight? I don't know yet. I think he should. So I think this is the thing though. I think if Gastelum wins 1 or 2 fights, he's automatically back into that title contention just because of this fight. I think the UFC is more than happy to make a rematch if Israel beats Robert, or even if Israel doesn't beat Robert. Kelvin showed that he's gonna bring ticket sales in. I think Kelvin can get a title shot again. He's just gonna. I don't know who he's gonna fight. Maybe the Weidman rematch. I could see that happening. Kelvin versus Weidman rematch, maybe on a fight night or something, a 5-round fight. So, yeah, Kelvin versus Chris Weidman. Maybe he could try and get a victory in that one and just put him right back into the title mix. But yeah, it's just heartbreaking. KG fought. He has so much heart, man. And I love his style and looks so relaxed coming in. And same with Israel. Props to Israel. And Israel came into that fight saying that like he was gonna dominate the fight. I didn't see that. Even though it was gonna be a unanimous decision for Israel, I did see Kelvin having his moments, and Kelvin did have his moments. I thought he was gonna knock him out in the 4th when he had him against the cage and putting pressure on him. Kelvin had his moments. It's just Israel is the crisper, cleaner boxer, and Kelvin couldn't grapple, which is one thing that I expected him to do a little bit, which is grapple a little bit more. And when he did grapple, it was because he was hurt, so he got countered, and he was just trying to grapple and get out of the position. Yeah, so it's sad. I still love KG. That's still my boy. I was screaming KG the whole fight. When he had his moments, I was screaming at the TV. What a fight, and it was fun. I had a lot of fun watching that, and I can't wait for Kelvin to come back. And congrats to Israel on fighting Robert. And I can't wait to do a breakdown video on that because two technically great strikers. You got guys, Robert, who's very good at karate, and then he has that karate bounce with good boxing, and he's got good grappling too. And Israel is just an overall sniper on the feet, and you saw it today. Okay, so enough on the interim middleweight championship talk. Here's what broke my heart. Max blessed Holloway. So Max, just real quick, I had a very bad gut feeling coming into this fight. I had the opposite with the Gastelum. I actually had a pretty good feeling with the Gastelum fight, low key. I was like, man, I don't know. It's something about KG in his heart. I just had a feeling he had a better chance than most people gave him. But coming into that Holloway fight, just something in my gut, I was like, dude, something does not feel right. And I was a little nervous. I'm always nervous for these guys before every fight. But I was nervous. And one thing that I was nervous about, I didn't talk in the video, but I was just thinking about it before the fight started. When you saw Max fight Brian Ortega and he got hurt, I wouldn't say he was completely hurt, but Ortega hit him with the 1-2, and then he like kind of pressured him, and they got in that little scramble. He took him down, got his back for like 1 second. They stood back up. Ortega does not hit that hard, and Max was low-key kind of tagged from that. And I was thinking, yo, like, Dustin Poirier can hit. Like, that boy can punch. That boy could hit. He could throw some hands. And we saw in the Gaethje... Sorry, guys. Video cut out again. Let me continue. We saw in the Gaethje fight where he hurt Justin Gaethje bad, and he was able to pressure him. I was nervous just because I was like, man, dude, Dustin Poirier has 5 times more power than T-City. So I had a bad feeling. And then I always love that little defense that Poirier does where he has it's almost like a Philly shell, but it's a better Philly shell than Ortega, because when Ortega has the Philly shell, first of all, Ortega's not even nearly as good of a striker as Poirier. And Max was able to just pick apart that Philly shell. Dustin Poirier's Philly shell is way more tighter, and he kind of backs away while he's using it, and it's a very different style. I kind of want to do a breakdown on it and just take a look because it's very good. It obviously works, and I knew that it was going to be difficult for Max to hit him, and it was evident early. And when the fight started and Max got clipped, because I don't remember. Dustin level changed, and then he threw an overhand and it clipped Max on the chin. And I know when Max is hurt. When he does that, he stumbles back and he just doesn't look right. And he was hurt, obviously. And I wasn't sure, honestly, I was not sure both of these fights, what the decision was going to be, because even going back to the KG fight, you could have given KG the round, either the second or the third. I don't remember which one. I'm going to have to watch the fight again, because when you're watching it live, it's just, you don't remember everything. You could have easily given KG one of those rounds, and it could have ended up in a tie. And same with the Max fight. If you scored those first two rounds 10-8, then obviously Dustin wins. And I think that it was a deserved 10-8. The first one was a deserved 10-8. I don't know. I don't remember so much about the second one. I'm gonna have to watch it again, like I said. But it's just heartbreaking. Max is just. I had a bad feeling because I knew the power at lightweight was gonna be completely different than featherweight. And I knew that coming into this fight. And I said it in my video. I said Max is going to get hurt early and he might get dropped in those first two rounds. I was not surprised if Dustin was going to win, but I did not see Dustin winning by decision. I thought if he was going to win, he was going to knock out Holloway. It was a heartbreaker. And Max has heart. Oh my goodness. Those last three rounds he won. In my opinion, he won those last two rounds. The third one was a little bit closer. He did get hurt in the third. Like I said, I think. I don't remember. I'm going to have to watch it again. But those fourth and fifth, just the blood running down his face, tell him to come on, like meet me in the center of the octagon. That's why I love Blessed, man. That's why I love him. And it was just so much fun. And I'm never going to stop repping this guy until the end. I mean, I remember I've still got fights, shirts and memories from him when he was fighting like Alex Oliveira or Charles Oliveira, excuse me, when he won by because Oliveira had the esophagus injury. I remember that was like one of his first main events. I think that might have been his first main event. I've been repping Max for. I'm not just jumping on this Blessed train. This ain't a bandwagon fan. I've been watching Blessed for a while, and that was the first time I've ever seen Max lose live because I wasn't watching the UFC like that when like 6 or 7 years ago when he was like losing to Poirier and stuff. And that was the first time I've seen him lose, and it hurts. It hurts. I don't like seeing that. I don't like seeing him get a beating like that. But hey, even in the middle of the fight, I had a friend over, and I was telling him, I was like, his name's Evan. I was like, Evan, bro, dude, I low-key hope he loses this fight. I would kind of want Max to lose, because I don't think Max is a good matchup against Khabib. Khabib's just way too strong for Max, and even though Max is a natural, like, he walks around at 180 or whatever he walks around at, that boy is skinny. That boy is skinny. And Dustin is 5'9", and he packs a punch. He's big. And I knew that. And right when I saw Max get hurt, I was like, oh, my God. I was like, oh, this is going to be a long night. So, yeah, that's my initial reaction to it. I still love Max. I think Max fought a great fight. And Dustin, hats off to Dustin, man. Dustin's a killer, bro. And I love Dustin and Israel too. I'm not saying I'm not jumping on the bandwagon. I'm just saying congrats to them. I love their style, and they do a lot of interesting things that I'll do some research on because I think that a lot of things, even the Philly shell stance, are just faking it and coming over top with like what Dustin Poirier was doing. You could implement that to your game, or Israel Adesanya with just switching stances just to control distance. You can implement that too. Long night, and it was fun. It was absolutely fun. Not the result that a Max Holloway fan or a KG fan wanted. But that's about it, guys. I just want to give you my initial reaction. Kelvin Gastelum loses. I predicted that one, and then I did not predict the Dustin Poirier win. I wasn't going to be surprised, though, like I said, if Dustin won, because Dustin is just a killer, and I knew it was a bad matchup, bro, and I think Max needs to go back to 145 and defend his belt. I don't think 155 is his division. And I know he jokes around. He's like, hey, 155, 170, 185. DC, my best friend. I'll fight you if no, for the love of God, don't do. Oh my, I can't even imagine. Wait, let's just look real quick before I leave. I'm not done. Yeah, screw it. I'm not done yet. Let's just look at the lightweight division. Okay. Quinta. Okay, I like that fight for Max. Connor, I like that fight for Max. Okay. I think literally Dustin Poirier might have been the worst matchup for him out of all of these, except for obviously like Khabib. Justin Gaethje. That's another like Dustin Poirier fight where it's going to be tough and it's going to be gritty. I don't like that fight. Kevin Lee, definitely not. Kevin Lee's not even in the welterweight division anymore. Cerrone, I like that. Anybody else, it just, you literally gave this guy the worst possible matchup at lightweight, besides Habib, besides the champ. Max needs to go back to featherweight and defend that belt. But the thing is that I don't know who gets the title. You give it, you give it back to Aldo for, you run it back for 3. Because this is my prediction. I think KG is going to fight Weidman too. It's going to be Gastelum versus Chris Weidman too. That's my prediction. It'll probably headline some ESPN card in like, Wisconsin or something. I don't know. But Max, do you do Aldo Holloway 3? Is that like your plan, UFC? I mean, Aldo already got beat up bad in both those fights. Ortega's ranked 2. We're not gonna run that back, obviously. Edgar, I guess Frankie could get a shot. Does Frankie even have a fight? I don't even know. Frankie must. Volkanovski, he's not ready. If Aldo beats Alexander Volkanovski next pay-per-view in Brazil, sure, yeah, Aldo, yeah, give him another shot. Moicano just lost to Aldo. Zabit's not ready. It's just, I think Max needs to take some time off, first of all, after that butt whooping he just got. He needs to take some time off, spend it with his family, do whatever. Just take it off. I don't want to see him until the end of the year, November, December, and that's probably what's going to happen. It's probably going to be the winner of the Volkanovski Aldo fight. Sadly, he goes from a Poirier fight, almost being champ, to defending his belt against these guys. It sucks, guys, but KG will be back. Max will be back. They're still my boys. No love lost. I still love them. I'm heartbroken, though. Now I got to go cry in the bathroom and eat ice cream. Thank you. Thank you guys for watching. And expect another video soon. Hey, at the end of the day, I can't even say this with a straight face. At the end of the day, it is what it is. The best is blessed, baby. Choo choo. I'll see you guys later. Like and subscribe.